It is officially episode 2 of the diesel mini truck conversion. And I know it's been 3 weeks. There's a long story to that. But on Monday, I'm going to be able to pick up my parts for the motor. That way we can fasten the transmission and the motor together. And then finally slap it in this thing and get it all wired up and get the fuel set up. And we'll go from there. But on today's episode, we're going to fasten this very wobbly steering column back to the dash and put the brake system back in. Even though this brake booster is bad, good luck finding one because they don't sell them. They don't exist anymore. Pretty sure this brake cylinder is still good. So we're going to get all this cut up. So we're going to get all this installed, and hopefully I can find the missing parts that I have. If not, I know I can find this master cylinder on eBay. So I might have to order one, waiting again for brakes. But as long as we get the motor in and all that put together, we'll have work to do. Once I get this steering column put in and this brake system put in, I can start fabricating a dash. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So stay tuned. So I had to do a lot of digging around to find these steering column brackets. We finally found them. I got some bolts here, and we'll go ahead and install them. Well, I've made a critical error. See, this brake booster does not quite fit inside the column with the brackets on. So I'm going to have to take the brackets back off, install this first, and then we can put the brackets back on. So now that I've got the brakes together and the steering column together, in order to build a new dash, which I think I'm gonna do, I might just put the original back in. I really want to build a dash for it. I'm gonna remove these doors first for ease of access, just so we can get in and out a little easier without having to worry about the door closing in on us. So to do that, I'll have to remove these headlights and headlight bezels. That way I can get to the door bolts that are way somewhere back behind there. We're gonna set up, we're gonna do that. So stay tuned. Alright, now that we got the doors off, as you can see, it's a lot easier to access. I don't have a big door in the way. So now I'm going to run to Home Depot, probably grab some thin plywood just to make a template, and then we can go ahead and get some 14 gauge steel and fabricate a nice little dash for this. My idea is to kind of just make it as narrow as possible. I'll have the gauges and whatnot in the middle, and then I'll make a nice little steering column cover to go with it. Okay, because we have so much to do in such little time, I've just decided for now to put the original dash back in. The original gauge cluster has my speedometer in kilometers an hour and fuel, and then my coolant level. So that should be just fine for now, until we get some more free time to work on the things that aren't really necessary, like a nice fancy dash. So we're gonna be putting this thing in, and I gotta remove all the wiring and ducting off of it, because I'm not gonna put the AC or heater back in right now, just because I don't really think I need it. So we'll get that taken care of and put it in the mini truck. We'll be good to go. All right, now that we have the interior somewhat put back together, we're gonna work on a few things back here to get the chassis ready to mount the motor in. First thing we're gonna do is cut this old battery box off, and then we'll move on to removing the cross members and any other unnecessary things that we need. I broke all 4 of those bolts that were holding on this cross member for the transmission. So whenever we go to put in that cross member, we'll just have to weld it in. A few things I need to address is all this rust. As you can see, it is pretty bad. So I'm gonna clean that up on this side, and that side has the same area. And we'll probably cut some plates to reinforce that here next week, and get it all welded up. That way we can have a nice strong frame. Luckily this side isn't as bad. It still has quite a bit of rust, but we'll fix it and we'll box this side as well. The inside isn't too bad. I mean, it's not good, but I think it'll hold for now until we can do a more extensive repair, maybe sometime next year when we're not in a rush to get things done. So now that I got this side all cleaned up, ready to be reinforced this week, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this fuel tank open, make sure it's clean, and there's no bad fuel in there. That way when we put this new diesel motor in there, we could just link right up to this fuel tank instead of putting a different one in. Hopefully it's good. I'll show you what the inside looks like. We'll take this cap off here and see what it looks like. So we're just gonna take a number 2, unscrew all 5 of these. It should technically pop right up, but I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver. I lost a bolt. So I took all the screws out, and we're just gonna pop this open real quick. It should be a sending unit. Oh, that is not good. Look at all that rust. Oh man. I don't know. Might have to flush this tank somehow. If I can figure out how to get this thing out. I didn't want to take the seal off, but I think we're gonna have to. Well, I just looked inside there, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is pretty bad. So we'll just go ahead and remove that fuel tank and get a new one built. I mean, I could build a new one, but I'll probably just put it on the back there whenever I put the flatbed on it. But we'll see. This tank is no good, and that's all right. Okay, got the old fuel tank removed, and let me tell you, she is light. I mean, maybe 100 pounds. I don't even know. Yeah, probably about 100 pounds in the back. So I think when I do make the fuel tank, I probably will put it back here. I think that fuel tank's only about 15 gallons, maybe 10. So I will build a nice one. I might actually build it into the flatbed. Maybe. We'll see. We'll need a fuel tank once we put the motor in, and all that's gonna get done before we build a flatbed. So I don't know. We'll figure out a fuel tank system, slap it in here in the rear, add some weight to it, because right now all the weight is in the front. And even with the motor up there, it's gonna be pretty front heavy. So I don't wanna be like going up over a hill and then have to hit the brakes and then just, you know, do a somersault right on my roof, I guess. So we're gonna try to prevent that. But for now, I'm gonna go to Amazon. I'm gonna order some parts for our engine install, and we'll be back with episode 3. And in episode 3, we'll be mounting the transmission and the motor together so we can slap it in this bad boy and see what happens then. Until then, like and subscribe. It helps me out more than you know. And yeah, we'll just keep trucking. Hopefully now I can do it, release videos every week, which is what I originally planned. See y'all next time.